Welcome. In this video, we're going to look at adding a token to our wallet, buying some, approving it so that we can sell it afterwards, and how to then sell it if we want to. So the example we're going to use is one that I used from a previous video called PayBolt. This is the contract address at the top of their page. And if you watched that previous video, we went through a process of verifying to make sure that we had the correct contract address. And we did that on a number of different sites. So I know that this is the correct contract address. So I've got that in my text file here just to keep a record of it, and we're going to go back to the site. Now the option up on the right hand corner here is to buy PayBolt either through Binance Smart Chain or Ethereum or Polygon. So on my wallet I happen to have some Ethereum available, so I'm going to use that. Basically these three links would take us to the different sites that we can buy through for those blockchains. So either QuickSwap, Uniswap or PancakeSwap. In this case I'm going to head over to Uniswap. Now here I am on Uniswap itself, and I've already gone through the process of logging into my wallet and connecting it to Uniswap, and make sure I'm on the Ethereum mainnet within my wallet as well. So I'm ready to go. You may have a little message here saying connect your wallet. If that does appear, then simply click on it and go through the process of connecting your wallet to the Uniswap site. Then all I need to do is select the token that I want to buy. So let's click on this option, and I can search for the name PayBolt. And in this case, it's actually going to show on the list because this is recognized by the Uniswap system, and I can simply click on import to add that to my wallet. However, I'm not going to do that because sometimes you want to buy a token that doesn't appear on this list, in which case we can come back out, click on select token, and this time we click on manage token lists, and you can change the different sources of the token names and token lists by choosing, for instance, CoinMarketCap, which has 6,500, or CoinGecko, which has 5,000, so there are more available. I tend to leave it just on Uniswap or Gemini, and here is what we actually want to do. If we go over to tokens, it will list our custom tokens that we've added to our wallet previously. And what I do is pop my contract address into this field here, and it should bring it up. If it's not recognized, you will need to confirm it before you can actually import it. Basically, it's trying to protect you from importing a fake address, but we've already confirmed this numerous times. So all I need to then do is click on import and click on import again. That has now made it available for us on Uniswap, but we need to add it to our wallet as well. So let's bring up our wallet, and if we scroll down at the bottom, there's an option for import tokens. And again, what we're going to do is go to custom token and pop the token contract address in here, and it should come up with the correct symbol and the number of decimal places for the token. And again, we simply click on add custom token and import tokens to make sure that that is now added to our Metamask wallet, and it shows as pay, which is short for PayBolt. So now we will have that listed in our different tokens available on our Metamask wallet. We can now go ahead and purchase some of the PayBolt tokens through the Uniswap platform. Okay, so let's pop in how much we want to spend. Let's say 0.05 of an ETH, and it will let us know how much PayBolt we'll get for that, and it'll fetch the best price for us. It may take a moment or two to do. It will tell us that we're going to get $86 worth. We're going to get 51,000 PayBolt. It will also tell us a rough estimate of the gas fees involved. So I'm happy with those numbers. What I'm now going to do is click on swap, and that will swap my ETH for that PayBolt. I click on confirm to confirm the transaction, and I need to confirm it in my wallet as well. So that will pop up. It may take a second or two to confirm it. Once the confirm button comes up, click on confirm. That will go through and do the transaction, or attempt to do the transaction on the blockchain for me. Now it will pop up with a little message at the back, let me know that the transaction's gone through. It also has an option for a view on Explorer, which is here as well. I'm going to right click and choose to open that in a new tab, because we'll have a look at that in a moment or two. That is asking whether I want to add pay to my Metamask wallet. I've already done that, so I don't need to. If I clicked on this, it should recognize that it is already there. Just in case, let's click on add token and make sure that is added into our Metamask wallet. So we now click on close. We have just purchased some PayBolt using Ethereum in our Metamask wallet. If we bring up a Metamask wallet now and scroll down on our assets, if we go to assets, scroll down a little bit, we'll find the pay. Here it is. We've now got $93 worth of PayBolt in our Metamask wallet. So that's how quick and easy it is to purchase using one cryptocurrency for another. Now the important bit was we also opened up the Etherscan transaction for that, so we can see all the relevant details of that transaction. Now it's important to make a note of this URL for this transaction, so I'm going to grab that address on Etherscan and I'm going to pop it in my text file. So I've actually got the address that is the record of that purchase transaction with all the information in it. Now there's some other useful information in here. If you scroll down, you can see that we swapped 0.05 Ether for 51,674 PayBolt. So I'm actually going to copy that full number number all the way down to the last decimal place. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to pop this in here saying that we bought that amount of PayBolt. I'm also going to have a little look further down the page because there's another bit that's very important here, which is the transaction fee. This is how much it cost us to do this purchase. So we've spent $14.47 just to make that transaction. That's called the gas fee, and we want to make a record of that as well. Now we also need to make a note of the total amount that we spent on PayBolt. Now there are actually two figures here. First of all, the value down here, $86.59, is how much PayBolt we've ended up with in our account. The actual amount we spent though was $93.51. The difference between those two is the tax for purchasing this token. Okay, and I'll show you that in a bit more detail in a moment. What we're going to do is grab the $93.52, pop back to our file, and we're going to type in the amount spent is $93.51, but we're also then going to grab this figure here, the $86.59, and pop this in underneath as the amount that we've received. So we've got that. And as I said, the difference between the two is the tax charged by the token. And with a quick bit of math, we can work out that's actually $6.92. So I'm going to type in the tax is $6.92. Now that gives us all the different bits of information that we want to keep a record of. Now I'm keeping track of all this because in an upcoming video we'll look at how to keep track of all your transactions, your costs and the values of your tokens in a basic spreadsheet. Basically, if you don't keep a track of your numbers, you'll never know how much you've made as a profit on your tokens or not. Now we can always get back to these numbers on this page from this long Etherscan URL here. As long as you've got that, you can get to them. I just like to grab them while I'm on the transaction page itself and make sure I've got a copy of the information ready to pop into my spreadsheet. Okay, so that little tax amount that we get charged, if we head back to the crypto page for PayBolt and scroll down to where it explains the pay tokenomics, we can see what that's actually going on. And every token will have something like this where they're charging a little bit of tax and then they're using that for something for the token. So generally it's things like development and marketing to pay the people who are actually developing the token itself. This one has reflections, so some people get a little bit back for owning the token. Then the sum goes into the liquidity pool, and then there's a foundation treasury. This is very normal, and the taxation on a token is normally around 10%. It can be higher, and you really need to be aware of what it is because on bad tokens it can be really quite high, but it should be around 10% as it is on this one. Okay, let's now head back to our Uniswap page. Now our next step is to approve PayBolt on Uniswap in our wallet to make sure that we can sell it when we need to. Basically, there is an extra step before you can just sell your cryptocurrency, and we want to do that now so that if you need to sell quickly, you can do so without having to do it, without having to delay to get it done. So first of all, we're going to click on the ETH option at the top, and we're going to change this to PayBolt, and we click on that, it should change that to PayBolt, and it will drop ETH down to the bottom. What we then need to do is simply click on max to fill in the max amount there, and it'll take a second to do, and it should come up with allow the Uniswap protocol to use your PAY. So this is basically giving the Uniswap market the permission to trade our PAY, to trade our PayBolt. So let's click on that. We're not actually selling it at this moment. All we're doing is approving that we can sell. So go through and click on confirm. This will cost us again another gas fee. So I want to take a note of that and add that to my spreadsheet as well. Let's click on confirm. So we will now give permission to our wallet, from our wallet to Uniswap to be able to sell PayBolt when we're ready. It'll take a moment or two, it'll spin on pending until that's confirmed. Now you can again view on Explorer and keep a copy of that transaction as well, because I said there was a gas fee involved in that, so another cost. So what I'm going to do is make a record of that because I want that in our spreadsheet when we're tracking as well. But what we've basically done there is made sure that when we're ready to sell our PayBolt, we can go ahead and do so without having the delay of going through that process of getting approval first in case we need to do it in a rush. Okay, and the last step of course is when you want to sell some of your cryptocurrencies, simply choose the one that you want to sell at the top here, choose what you want to swap that currency into, typically one of the main ones like Bitcoin or ETH or BNB, depending on which platform you're on. And then all you need to do is click on the swap to go ahead and do that swap to sell that token. Now I'm not going to do this because I've just bought it and I do actually want to hold on to it. So I've increased, and I do actually want to hodl the pay, and I do actually want to hodl the PayBolt because I think it's a good prospect long term. Please bear in mind this video is not financial advice. I'm just demonstrating how to use Uniswap on your Metamask wallet to buy and sell different tokens. Please always do your own due diligence and research if you are buying tokens or cryptocurrencies. This is not financial advice. Okay, so that that is basically it. If you do want to sell one, you click on swap and you'll have to go through the same process of confirming it within your Metamask wallet. It will then pop up with the option for you to look at that transaction on Etherscan. Make sure you grab that link as well so that you've got that to put into your tracking URL so you can see how much you made or lost on every transaction that you do. Okay, thank you very much for watching. As always, if you've got any questions, if you've got any feedback, please reach out and let us know.